my channel Upskill Experts, and today I'm demonstrating installation of Oracle Database 26 AI with 26.1 Oracle Apex version. So without wasting time, let's get started. So first of all, we need Oracle Database 26.ai. So let's download that one. Go to this link. Okay, we need to download the full Windows version. So click on this, and we need to have Windows version 64-bit. That's one. So just a sec. Okay, and installation's been done. Fine. Okay, so let me just go here, and I want to copy this. In fact, cut this one, close this, make a new folder over here, so I can keep all my softwares over here. So let me paste it over here, unzip it. So first of all, we will be installing Oracle Database 26 AI in our desktop, and then on that one we will be installing Oracle Apex. Okay, fine. So just click on setup, it gets started quickly. Okay, at some moment I'm also skipping the video so that we can save our time. Okay, click on next, accept this agreement, next, keep everything as it is, next. Okay, this password you need to remember. Okay, so whatever the password you enter over here, just remember this password. Yeah, install. It will take some time to get completed. Yeah, allow access. So few database free components has been installing. Wait for some time. Yeah, done. Finish. Okay, so we have done with the database. Now if you want to check, go to command, type SQL plus sysdb and the password which we have entered while installation. Yeah, you can see we are able to connect to our 26 AI database. Now installation has been done. Yeah, so this is the documentation, I think, and now we wanted to have Apex 26.1. So this is 26.1, all language, and if you just wanted English only, then you can download the second one. So there is installation guide and everything. So we'll be using all the languages. Yeah, downloading gets started. Okay, 311 MB. Okay, it's been done. So you can also go through this installation guide if you want to install on Linux and all. So there are all the options available with this particular documentation. Okay, fine. So this version I want to cut from here. Go to my desktop where we have copied our database. Yeah, paste it and extract it over here. We will also require ORDS and Java. Okay, so by the time it gets completed, let's go for this Java version. JDK we required, so I'll go to this option, Windows, middle one, the installer, 188 MB. Okay, downloading started. Okay, extraction is also going on. Downloading done. Okay, no issue. You can have this one installed. But it's not a big deal actually. Fine. Extraction is going on. Okay, it's been done. So now what we can do is this two file is important. Okay, So I'll copy that one. I'll go to my C drive and I'll create one temporary folder over here. Okay, called as a temp. You can name it anything. Okay, it's not necessarily temp. You can give it whatever you want. So one thing what is already there, I don't want it. I'll delete this one because it's contained the old installation. Now I don't need it anymore. So once it get deleted, I'll paste my Apex files over here. Meanwhile, we can also check with the other option, this JDK. Okay, let's run it. It will ask you for some permission and run. So now let's wait for this to complete. Meanwhile, next. By default, next, download the ORDS latest 26.1.1. We can download it. Again 181 MB. Extraction is going on. Yeah, done. So I'll again cut this one from here and paste it to my directory where I've stored all the softwares. We also want this in extracted files. One ORDS done. We will require it after we install Apex. Okay, let's wait, and yeah, it's done. Now as you can see, all the Apex installation files and everything is here, so we need to install it. So go to the command prompt to the Apex directory and just type SQL plus. No log also work, but I prefer this one, sysdba, the installation type time password connected. So we need to connect with the pluggable database. So currently earlier it was PDB, XCPDB, now it's free PDB1. So we need to connect with that. Authorization set container is equals to free PDB1. Yep. Okay. Session altered, so we can check whether it's connected or not. Yeah, it is there now. So now we will be installing Oracle Apex with this one. Okay. So first Apex this in irs.sql by default csox temp and I. Installation gets started. Okay, it will take somewhat time. I'm just skipping that time so that we can save some time in this video. Yeah, it's done. So around approximately 8 minutes it takes. Now I need to change the passwords. So apex chpwd.sql admin is created. Email ID you are supposed to provide. Password. This password you will need when you logged into Apex environment. It has been done. Next part, alter user Apex public user identified by password and account unlock. Done. So this part is almost done with that. Apex, last thing, REST services we need to enable config.sql. Yeah, password again, provide a password over here. Okay, again password for Apex public user. Okay, that's it. Now next part is our ORDS, I guess. Okay, we need to copy all these files into temp again under the ORDS folder. Okay, once it's copied, we need to exit from the environment and we need to go to a particular directory. Okay, so I'll cd slash ORDS. So this is the directory. Now we need to run that Java command. If it doesn't run, then we need to set the environment and all. Java option jar ords.war and config C drive. We need to give path name ords slash config install. Yeah, Java is not recognized, so we need to set the environment of Java because we have not done that part. So if we run Java here it's running, right? So that means just a Java variable not set properly. So I'll go to my control program files, that is Java JDK. I want this path. Here we can set the path. Okay, fine, perfect. And after that you can check it. So here, okay, we need to open another window. We need to go to the particular ORDS directory, and if we type the Java C command, and then it will start the installation. ords.war config C drive slash temp slash ORDS install, enter. Yeah, it's working now. So now we need to choose the option that's basic, TNS or custom. So we need to enter one over here. So database hostname, we are okay with the localhost. If you want to change it, you can keep it as it is. Export is port, we are okay with this listener port. Yes, ORCL, this we need to change because currently we are using free PDB1, right? So that needs to be entered over here. That is free PDB1. Admin username that you need to provide. Okay, and the password. So if you provide a wrong password, it will give you an error, else it will get connected. Yeah, you're getting error. So it is basically a Oracle database password, username and password. Yeah, now I'll provide ssdba and the password, and yeah, connected. Now these are the options which you want to change, or you need to configure the values of it. So basically we need to change the port number and static resource ID and all. I never keep port 8080 because it's utilized by most of the application. I'll change it to 8282. And next is my Apex static resource location, that is the Apex files. It's images file. So let's go to that path. It's a temp Apex images, and just copy this particular path. Right now, let me just copy the URL. And next will be like this. Select 9 Apex static resource location, and it's done. And now if all looks okay, we can press A, let's accept and continue, create configuration and install ORDS in the database. Yeah, installation gets started. At the end, we need a valid, okay, allow this one, firewall access. This valid option should be enabled. Okay, fine. So we can start with this localhost As you remember, it we have utilized ORDS. Yeah, it's been done. So we can go to Apex. Something went wrong. Internal admin. The password which we have used while installation configuration. Yeah, login done. Now we need to create the workspace for the first time. As we have logged in first time, we don't have any workspace at all. So we create with the same thing. Rodriguez. The thing says okay. Schema would be same, but underscore sc. Oh wait, sc. Schema password. This is the database password for this particular schema. If you want to connect with the SQL developer or Visio, you require this one. This is the admin password that will be used to log into your Apex environment with this particular workspace which you're creating. Provide the email ID and all. This is the database file dbf file. Workspace created. Now just need to sign out from this environment. As you can see, we are in the latest version of 26.1. So yeah, sign out from this environment, return to sign in, and just provide the newly created workspace name. That's our tricks. Username is admin and password is the password. So yes, we need to change the password for the first time logged in. Okay, change it. Change password, and yeah, we have successfully logged into our Apex account 26.1. Okay, perfect. Further, also, if you want to configure Apache, so you can have installation of that one with this, but I'm not covering that part because up till here we can start working on this particular thing. Okay. Hope you like this video. If you have any comments, anything on this one, just ping me on this particular video. I'll try to get back to you. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to create some more videos on the 26.1 Apex version with the new feature, with this latest version which we have with the database and all. So yeah, I'll try my best to create some more videos with this new feature. Okay, thank you so much everyone.